Hello, today we are going to analyze some educational games to learn and review the coordinates in mathematics, the coordinates on the Cartesian plane or XY plane. First, we are going to see a game in which we have to drag the pieces of the puzzle to its corresponding place according to the coordinates shown above each piece. Each piece of the puzzle is around this Cartesian plane XY, which has 3 coordinates, well 4 on the y-axis and 5 plus 0, 6 coordinates on the x-axis. So we have to look at each piece by clicking on it and moving it. We can drag it to its correct place. Correct place. The game tells us at the beginning to start with the ones on the 0 axis in x and in y, the ones on the edges or the frame of the image to complete the puzzle in an easier way. It is a strategy, but we can start from wherever we want. For example, we can look for the 0, 0 piece and put it in the coordinate 0, 0, 0, that is the origin of the axis. We can also put the piece, well, let's complete the x-axis with the y-coordinate equal to the y-coordinate, x-axis with the y-coordinate equal to 0. Let's find this piece that would be the 1, 0, it's over here. We click and drag, we can look for 2, 0, and so on. We can complete the E with the x-coordinate equal to 0. And complete the rest of the puzzle by going over the Cartesian coordinates with the x and y points on each of the pieces. In this game, for children, these coordinate games are ideal for children from 7 to 11 years old approximately. That is when they begin to learn these concepts of coordinates. And that is the end of the puzzle. The second coordinates game is this coordinates rush. We are going to select the normal mode, and what it asks us to the right of the game are the instructions. They are in English. We have a time to complete these tasks, and we have to look for the coordinate. We have a time to complete these tasks, and we must find the coordinate 3, 5. Different from the previous game that we had the coordinates and placed the pieces of the puzzle, this time it is the other way around. Given some coordinates x and y, we have to take the character that is right now in position 0, 0 to this coordinate, which would be in the x3 and in the y5. We click on that coordinate to take the character to that position. This is another way to review the coordinates. We have done it correctly, we add points. And now we are asked for other coordinates, the 2, 5, so we look for the x-coordinate 2 and y5. We move it to that coordinate and we add points as we move the character in the right way by going over the coordinates. And the third game we want to review or analyze is this one of coordinates on the boat. It is also in English to also review the English for children, and we can play for the children and we can play. This time it is a little more complex. We can play in the first quadrant with the positive x's and y's, the values, but we can also play with the 4 quadrants. Let's click on this option. So the game is that we have a boat and we have to catch the fish that are in the sea. Given their coordinates, we have to observe where the fishes are, what coordinates they have, and establish in the coordinates box where we want to go. For example, this fish is at coordinate -1, -2. We set the coordinates -1, -2, click on move, so that the boat will move to the, if we have done the movements correctly. And for the next we see the fish. We have to deduce the coordinates is also inverse to the previous example of the game. It would be coordinate 3, 4. So we put on the y-axis the coordinate 3, and on the x-axis and the y-axis the 4. We can use these controls to increase or decrease the number. And we click on move so that the boat will reach the fish and can do the fishing. So it's a practical application of the knowledge of mathematical coordinates in the different quadrants. And well, these are some examples of games to learn and reinforce the learning of coordinates for children from 7 to 11 years old approximately. We hope they are useful. Thank you.